Welcome to Story Time with Abby. Today's story is Button's Unexpected Journey Home, written and illustrated by Susan Calloway Knowles. Buttons, the blue jay, lives with her family high up in a tree. One day, Buttons got too close to the edge of the nest and fell to the ground below. Fortunately, she gently landed on a soft mound of dirt and flowers, narrowly missing a sleeping pink worm. Buttons felt a little woozy after her fall as she struggled a bit to stand. Once she steadied herself, she hopped to a nearby pond for help. She hopped because she had not yet learned to fly. When Buttons arrived, a fish who saw her fall jumped out of the pond to greet her. The worried fish asked, "Are you okay?" Buttons replied, "Yes, I just want to go home." "Wait here while I find something that will help you," the fish said. Then the fish turned and dove deep into the pond. Moments later, the fish leaped out of the water with an object and tossed it to Buttons. "This will be very helpful to you," the fish said. He then quickly went back into the water and was gone before Buttons could even speak. Unsure about how it could help, Buttons took the object back to her tree and left it. She then hurried off to look for more help. Startled by a sound behind her, Buttons turned to see a squirrel. The squirrel asked, "Do you need my help?" after Buttons told him about her fall and her wish to go home. "Yes, please," Buttons replied. "Let me see if I can find something for you," the squirrel said, as he quickly ran up a tree, leaving his acorn behind. When he returned, the squirrel gave Buttons an object and said, "I found this earlier today while looking for acorns. I'm sure this is what you need." Not sure if it could really help, she thanked the squirrel and put the object against the tree next to what the fish gave her earlier. Set on finding help, Buttons continued walking. She came upon a possum just waking up from a nap. Buttons explained the fall from her nest and asked, "Can you help me, Mr. Possum?" The possum said, "Yes, I can," and started digging deep into a bush. Moments later, an object popped out. Buttons thanked the possum before he left, but was still puzzled. "How can these objects help me?" she thought to herself. Buttons decided to rest and think about what she should do next. She was starting to feel sad. and all alone, when suddenly a friendly mouse carrying something came running toward her and said, "The possum told me you needed help, so please take this." He then turned and scurried away toward the barn. Buttons spotted a horse speaking with the mouse. When the mouse left, Buttons ran to the horse to ask for advice. The horse stopped eating and said, "The mouse told me what happened. I want to help also. Take this. It will come in handy." She then handed Buttons an object just like everyone else had done. "I've seen the objects everyone has given you. I know for sure you'll get home by using them," said the horse. "But I don't know how," Buttons said, feeling very close, very sad, and close to crying again. "Follow me to your tree, and I'll show you," the horse shouted as she quickly trotted away. Buttons hopped as fast as she could to keep up while pulling the object beside her. Buttons watched in silence as the horse placed the objects one by one on the tree, leading up to Buttons' nest. "We've been trying to help you see that faith is the answer. You're a bird. You can fly if you will only believe that you can. Your faith will get you back to your nest." "You can do this, Buttons. Climb up the letters until you reach the last one, then spread your wings and fly home. I know you can do it. Now you have to believe you can do it too." Seeing that Buttons was a little scared, the horse called out from below, "Faith has always been and will always be the key to finding your way." Hearing that, Buttons gathered her courage, and when she had reached the last letter, she leaped off and began to flap her tiny wings with all of her might. As Buttons flew closer to her nest where her family was waiting, Buttons said, "Mom, thanks to the friends I met along the way, I was able to find the faith I needed to find my way home."